Nikki Brown on Instagram asked us a question. They asked, how do you take great photos? What equipment and settings do you use? Great question. Taking photos of tattoos has always been tricky. Every artist knows that fighting the glare of a fresh tattoo is just a nightmare, okay? So we have figured out, not we, but just artists in general, have figured out about using polarizer lenses and filtered light so that you can control the light that bounces off of the fresh tattoo. So a lot of people think of this as cheating, or it's weird, or it's kind of like using a filter or like post-edit filter. I don't agree with that, and I'll tell you why. A good photo of a good tattoo is what you're going for. A bad photo of a good tattoo can look like a bad tattoo, and that's what we don't want. So we're gonna do whatever we need to make sure that the photo turns out good. And sometimes that means that you have to upgrade your equipment or at least use the right stuff to get the effect that you want, right? So in this case, what we have, I actually have our setup right here. Boom, right? This is Sony a7 III, very popular camera, very good camera. And we got a 28 to 200 millimeter lens on it. So this is kind of like a zoom lens, goes in 200 millimeters and then zooms out 28 millimeters with an f-stop of 2.8 to 5.6. I also have a light mounted on the top of it. This is the light that you're gonna use for your main light source for your tattooing. What it does is like you're trying to block out all light that's surrounding the tattoo that would normally bounce off of it and create a glare, and you want the majority of the light that's hitting the tattoo for your picture to come from this light here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this polarizer film on the mounted light. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna soften the light that hits the tattoo. And then when you pair that with polarizer lens that goes on the outside of this lens, this is actually a separate attachment from the base lens. It actually is just this thin lens part that goes on the outside of this lens, right? And what that allows you to do is to control the light bouncing off of the tattoo that's coming from the softened light. So the pairing of these two is what gives you control over what you see bouncing off or not. And what this does too is, it's so crazy, is it'll take your tattoo going from completely glared, crazy looking, and if you just adjust that a little bit and get it right, you see that tattoo for exactly what it is. And you get more control over your pictures. And I don't care what anybody says, the pictures of your tattoos are really important. Once the client leaves, we don't get to see the tattoo anymore. Only thing that we have to show other people and show off our work is the photos and the videos that we take. So I suggest putting a lot of effort and thought into how you're taking those photos, and just take it seriously. You know, switching to the polarizer lens has been a game changer for sure. I think you guys should try it out. I think it's been a definite game changer. It'll be a game changer for you as well.